Yesterday I was reading this article and it was very interesting. As I always do, I go through my material before I upload it. And I was reading it, and the article was from BBC News. And it was about this lady, and her name was Rhiannon. And I read this story, and basically the headline was around, was the father really there? Like, did he know? And then the father, so this story goes into the history of the woman. She's studying in college and stuff like that, but she deals with depression and stuff. And she deals with a lot of like self-delete ideas and stuff. And the thing is, I rather want to dive into this story and talk about it. So who am I? My name is Chris. So this is Kingdom Fathers World. It's all about helping fathers become better fathers, no matter if you're doing good, no matter if you're doing bad, no matter if you're single, no matter if you adopted kids. It really doesn't matter. It's all about just developing as fathers. And we're a kingdom. We're in our own world. We're trying to help everybody around the world become better people, not only just through me, but all the fathers around the world. So back into the story. So Rhiannon she was a student, and she was from Wales, but she was studying in London. So they sent her off to college and stuff, and she was studying in different things. And then I think this was during the break that she came back home from London back to Wales. And the thing about it is Wales has the highest self-deletion rate that it's ever had in the last couple of years. And the father of Rhiannon he knew that his daughter was depressed. He knew that his daughter had different issues and stuff, but he felt accountable and responsible for her self-deleting herself. And the crazy thing is the parents was thinking that counseling would help and stuff like that, which a lot of times it will. And it really made me think like, counseling could really help these people a lot, but sometimes we don't even have resources and stuff that we need. And I don't think people really realize that. Sometimes people have resources to go to counseling, and sometimes people don't have resources to go to counseling. And some of y'all may not even know. I mean, even me, like one of the reasons I create this content is because like I love being a father. But I mean, even when I was 19, my father self-deleted himself. And the thing is, so I'm always talking and trying to help people as fathers just become better and be there for their kids. And I think Rhiannon's father into this story, that it really sounds like he knew his daughter was depressed, but he was really thinking I can be there for her and stuff. And counseling would help. Even with the mother was thinking the same thing. Counseling would help and stuff. So this is around the break that Rhiannon comes back home, and she's doing studying and stuff like that from a break. And then during that time, she had self-deleted herself. But as she was in college, she was focused on her master's degree, and she was focused on just trying to become a better person. And it was really interesting because after she self-deleted herself, they found some diaries. They found different material that she was writing, and she had like her own written plan of how she was going to do this and stuff. And her parents were kind of in shock, like we didn't know it was that bad. And when I read the story, I really don't think the father he should be held accountable or responsible. But I think he also felt like, hey, maybe I could have done more. Maybe I could have talked to my daughter more. Maybe I could have asked her friends around her, how is she doing and stuff like that. And he thought, sometimes she's happy, sometimes she's not, but I think she's okay. And sometimes I think we don't really realize that. I mean, even me growing up with my own father after he self-deleted himself, he was having different issues and stuff. But we always think, it'll never happen to me, or it won't happen to somebody around me. And we never really know. And I think a lot of times we should take things into more consideration, and we should really take things serious. But that's the thing. We're here as fathers to learn and grow as a community and become better people and learn what things to look for. Is this person really depressed? Like, should they be taking medication to help them out with their depression? Should they not? Should we take them to the movies? Should we buy them ice cream to kind of help them understand and cope with certain things and understand where they're coming from? And is counseling okay? Maybe counseling is not okay. And it really depends on it's from case and study to study. And the thing about it, I was so happy to discover in this story that there were free resources in Wales in order for Rhiannon to get the help that she needed. And the thing is, you just have to apply basically and understand that the person may or may not have the resources that they need, and then they can help you. And I think a lot of places should do that more. Maybe they should have a scholarship. If they don't have a scholarship, for the money to go to counseling, somebody can help support them, or they can get maybe some type of coaching or something like that from somebody to really help them see through the different challenges and difficulties and stuff like that. A lot of times on the outside, we may see somebody that we think is happy, but they could be depressed or they could be dealing with a lot of different things, and we really don't know. And this is one of the reasons I always tell my kids, hey, always treat people kindly, always treat people with respect, always make sure that you're just being nice to people and cordial. I'm not saying you have to be their best friend, but just be cordial with that person. And that's really what I tell people is really look at your kids and understand like where are they, and understand that you want to look at your kids and just see, are you okay? Is everything okay? And I always ask my kids that. I always tell them to work together, and I always encourage them and stuff, because my younger son, I think he's sensitive, and I don't know if it's just because he's 5 and he's just younger, and maybe he's a younger one, but he's just kind of sensitive, so you have to be a little bit more nicer to him, and I understand that, and that's okay. And I always tell people that's just his personality. Now my oldest son, you can get on to him and yell at him and stuff like that. He just kind of snaps out of it and just wakes up. He's like, okay, I'm good. And that's the thing. I really just watch my kids and I encourage them. I try to be there for them, understand what their favorite colors are, who is their friends. I need to meet with your teachers. Do we need to go out to lunch or breakfast? And let's talk about things. Did you get in a fight at school today? I remember, and something like that happened. And I asked my son about it. Is everything okay? Yeah, Dad, this kid was just picking on me and I was defending myself. Okay, as long as you're okay, people are not like picking on you and throwing stuff on you or hitting you and stuff like that. And I really like to just focus on that. And I think Rhiannon in this story, it sounded like she really wanted to focus on school and stuff like that. And she just had a tough time struggling mentally with different challenges and stuff like that, having to deal with depression. And I'm sure there were probably other things that she dealt with that the article probably didn't talk about. But I want to tell y'all is, hey, I'm going to link the article below, and this article from BBC below, and y'all can read it for your own. Remember, I want to know, what do y'all think? Like, should you be there for your kids? Should you talk to them about different challenges and depression and stresses they're dealing with? Do you take your kids out to eat to talk about things? Like, do you ever see your kids being depressed? And like, how do you handle things? Do you think your kids should be taking like medication and stuff, or should you send your kids to counseling? Tell me what y'all think down in the link below, and just let me know, what do y'all think? Like, leave a comment below and we could talk about it. Let's see. Y'all have a good day.